Section 9 focuses on risk management and business continuity in logistics. Logistics risk includes any uncertainty or event that can disrupt the flow of goods, information, or services. These disruptions may affect costs, delivery times, safety, and the organization's reputation. Understanding these risks is essential to plan mitigation strategies and ensure supply chain resilience. Proactive risk identification and assessment enable businesses to prioritize responses and maintain continuity in operations. Logistics risk refers to any event or uncertainty that interrupts the planned movement of goods, information, or services across the supply chain. Such risks can lead to increased costs, delays in delivery, safety hazards, or reputational damage. They may arise from internal factors like operational errors or external factors such as natural disasters, supplier failures, or geopolitical events. Understanding logistics risk is crucial for effective planning and mitigation. Proper risk management helps ensure smooth operations and maintains customer trust. Logistics risks can be grouped into several categories to help organizations identify and manage them effectively. Operational risks include vehicle breakdowns, warehouse accidents, and inventory errors. External risks cover political instability, port strikes, or trade disruptions. Environmental risks involve floods, storms, and extreme temperatures that can halt operations. Financial, cyber, and compliance risks such as fuel price spikes, system hacks, or customs violations also pose significant threats to supply chain continuity. Recognizing these categories allows companies to plan mitigation strategies proactively. If logistics risks are not managed, the consequences can be severe, including delayed deliveries, escalating costs, and loss of customer trust. Inventory imbalances and operational downtime add further financial strain, while brand reputation can suffer long-term damage. Legal penalties may arise from non-compliance or contract breaches. A striking example is the Ever Given incident in the Suez Canal in 2021, where a single vessel blocked 12% of global trade for 6 days, causing estimated losses of around $9 billion per day. This highlights how even a single unmanaged risk can disrupt global supply chains dramatically. The risk management process begins with identifying all potential risks that could affect the supply chain. Next, each risk is assessed for its likelihood and potential impact to understand severity. Risks are then prioritized so that resources focus on the most critical threats first. Mitigation plans are developed to prevent or minimize the effects of these risks. Finally, continuous monitoring and review ensure that new risks are captured and existing plans remain effective, often supported by tools like a risk matrix plotting likelihood against impact. A risk assessment matrix helps organizations prioritize logistics risks by plotting impact against probability. High-impact and high-probability risks are deemed critical and need immediate action. High-impact but low-probability risks are addressed with strategic plans or contingency measures. Low-impact but high-probability risks are managed operationally through routine controls. Low-impact and low-probability risks are monitored but usually don't require active intervention. For example, fuel price volatility might be medium probability but high impact, prompting a hedging strategy to reduce cost exposure. Quantitative assessment tools help logistics teams measure and prepare for risks with data-driven methods. FMEA identifies potential failure modes and evaluates their impact on operations. Monte Carlo simulations predict the likelihood of delays or cost overruns by running thousands of scenarios. Scenario analysis explores what-if situations, such as a port closure lasting 30 days, to plan contingencies. Using these tools together allows organizations to prioritize mitigation strategies and make informed, proactive decisions. Proactive risk mitigation in logistics focuses on anticipating disruptions and reducing their impact. Diversifying suppliers and transport routes prevents over-reliance on a single source or region. Maintaining safety stock or inventory buffers ensures critical items remain available during delays. Contractual safeguards like force majeure clauses and insurance protect financially. Collaboration with 3PL partners and adoption of technologies such as GPS tracking and predictive analytics provide real-time visibility and early alerts to act quickly. Reactive mitigation in logistics deals with responding swiftly when risks materialize. Having a clear incident response plan defines roles, contacts, and decision authority to act quickly. Pre-approved alternate carriers or ports ensure continuity without delays. Communication protocols keep customers and partners informed instantly, reducing confusion. Damage control measures, including insurance claims, help recover losses efficiently. For example, during a storm in Texas, FedEx rerouted shipments through Atlanta and Tennessee, maintaining 97% delivery compliance. Risk transfer in logistics reduces the direct impact on the company by shifting exposure. Insurance policies, such as cargo liability and business interruption, provide financial protection against unforeseen events. Hedging strategies protect against currency fluctuations or fuel price spikes. Outsourcing to specialized 3PLs spreads operational risks and leverages their expertise. These mechanisms ensure continuity and reduce potential financial or operational losses in the supply chain. Business continuity planning (BCP) ensures that critical logistics operations continue despite disruptions. It provides a structured approach to anticipate risks, maintain essential services, and minimize downtime. BCP identifies key processes, resources, and personnel needed during incidents. It includes contingency plans, communication protocols, and recovery strategies. Effective BCP reduces financial, operational, and reputational impacts when unexpected events occur. The BCP life cycle begins with risk assessment and impact analysis to identify vulnerabilities in logistics operations. Next, strategies are developed, including alternate facilities, routes, and supplier options. Detailed plans are then created with defined roles, communication protocols, and IT backups. Teams undergo training and testing through drills and audits to ensure readiness. Continuous improvement follows each incident. For example, Toyota used lessons from the 2011 Tohoku earthquake to build a multi-tier supplier BCP, reducing recovery time from 6 months to 2. A strong business continuity plan (BCP) includes several key elements to ensure logistics resilience. It begins with an up-to-date emergency contact directory for rapid coordination. Alternate warehouses and transport nodes are identified to maintain operations if primary sites fail. Backup IT systems and data recovery procedures protect critical information. Financial safeguards, including insurance and a clear crisis communication plan, ensure smooth response during disruptions. Together, these elements help organizations continue operations with minimal impact. Building a resilient logistics network means creating systems that can anticipate, absorb, adapt, and recover from disruptions. Multimodal transport options provide flexibility when one route is blocked. Distributed inventory nodes ensure stock availability closer to demand centers. Local sourcing alternatives reduce dependency on distant suppliers. Real-time visibility across shipments, inventory, and operations allows quick, informed decisions during disruptions. Key KP is for logistics resilience help measure and strengthen system robustness. Recovery time objective (RTO) defines the maximum acceptable downtime for critical flows, ensuring quick restoration. Supplier Risk Index evaluates dependency on suppliers, highlighting vulnerabilities in the supply chain. Tracking disruption frequency shows how often interruptions occur, helping prioritize mitigation efforts. Monitoring these KPIs over time enables organizations to proactively enhance resilience and maintain smooth operations. Logistics operations must navigate a complex regulatory landscape to remain compliant and avoid penalties. Trade sanctions and export controls restrict where and how goods can move internationally. Data protection laws such as ISO 27001 and the DPDP Act safeguard sensitive information across systems. Health, safety, and environmental regulations ensure safe handling, storage, and transport of materials. Compliance with transport standards like ADR, IMO, and DG shipping protects both employees and the organization while enabling smooth cross-border operations. Maintaining compliance in logistics requires a structured and proactive approach. Organizations should keep an up-to-date compliance register to track regulations and obligations. Regular vendor audits and due diligence ensure partners adhere to required standards. Training employees on customs, HSE, and security policies strengthens internal compliance culture. Tools for monitoring third-party risks help detect potential issues early. Siemens Logistics illustrates this by implementing a global compliance audit program, reducing nonconformities by 70% within a year.